Good morning. Good morning to everyone here on this 5th of November 2025. This is my daily forecast video, and we clearly see not much change outside. Just some beautiful blue sky yet again across Hampton Road cities this morning. We have high pressure in control. The high pressure has now slid off the coast, and we're now starting to see more southwesterly winds. And these southwesterly winds will just get breezier this afternoon, which will allow for much milder temperatures to move into the Hampton Road cities. We're looking at high temperatures around 70 degrees this afternoon, out ahead of the next approaching cold front. Looking at the main weather headlines for today's video, we will see sunny and cooler conditions tomorrow on Thursday, the 6th of November, behind a cold front. We'll see high temperatures dropping to near 60 degrees for tomorrow. So it's about a 10-degree drop off in temperatures between today, the 5th of November, and tomorrow, the 6th of November. It will be breezy in the morning tomorrow, and then that breeze will subside. There'll be less wind in the afternoon and evening. We will see milder temps move into the area for Saturday and Sunday. Expecting near average temperatures on Friday, the 7th of November, but then really the milder air moves in, excuse me, on Saturday, the 8th of November, and Sunday, the 9th of November. We will also see scattered showers possible for both Saturday and Sunday. But the key thing here is these showers will not be all day rain events. We will see lots of dry time in there too for the weekend. The coldest air of the season will arrive on Monday, the 10th of November, as well as Tuesday, the 11th of November, with a deep upper level trough digging into the area. And then that chill is going to linger for the majority of next week, right on through next Friday, the 14th of November. We may see a brief rebound in temperatures next Thursday, the 13th of November, but then we'll see another cold front come through and knock the temperatures back down. And then we are expecting temperatures to moderate next weekend, Saturday, 15 November, and Sunday, 16 November. Looking at this morning's visible satellite imagery, we have clear skies across Hampton Road cities down through the Carolinas and Georgia, clear skies over much of Alabama, as well as Mississippi. So it's looking really great overall. We do see a patch of some clouds there out towards southwestern Virginia. And then we also see some clouds there across portions of Kentucky. If we look up here to the northwest across the Midwest, we generally see some cloudiness there across Illinois and northern Indiana. And there are some clouds also up towards Long Island and towards New York State this morning. The weather observations over here on the right are showing some southwesterly winds into the Hampton Road cities across southeastern Virginia from Richmond to Norfolk. We have southwesterly winds now in place. Very dry air, pretty cold morning across much of the area of southeastern Virginia and North Carolina. But with these southwesterly winds, we do expect those to increase, and that's going to advect or bring in some milder temperatures from the southwest into the area for today. Looking at the air temperatures nationally this morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time or 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do see some milder temperatures across the Ohio Valley into parts of Illinois, Missouri. We have temperatures up into the 50s, up into lower Michigan as well. We see some low 60s showing up across south central Kentucky and some milder conditions, also milder temps down towards eastern Texas, into Louisiana, the Gulf Coast region there. Mobile this morning is about 58 degrees. You see where the warmth is. It's across central and southern Florida. You can clearly see it. We have temperatures generally in the 70s from central Florida southward. 78 this morning, Miami, 71 in Tampa, 78 in Key West. And then we do see some colder temperatures across eastern Montana and the western Dakotas. Temperatures across eastern Montana this morning are running anywhere from 20 to 24 degrees. And we even have some 20s and even upper teens across western North Dakota. So we do have some colder air to the northwest across the northern plains. We also see some colder temperatures into Colorado, into Wyoming, and into parts of Idaho. Some cool temperatures there along the California coast this morning, generally into the 50s as we work our way down from San Francisco Bay down to Southern California. Looking at the forecast now on the left for the 500 millibar height anomalies for tomorrow afternoon, the 6th of November 2025, green and blue colors and purple colors indicate upper level troughing associated with more unsettled conditions and colder temperatures. The orange colors indicate upper level ridging. That's associated with dry weather and milder temperatures. So for tomorrow afternoon, the 6th of November, we see an upper level trough across the Gulf of Alaska extending southward into the northeastern Pacific. We also see an upper level ridge, which is building there across from northern Alberta province of Canada up towards the far northwestern sections of Canada. A closed upper level low will be positioned in the vicinity of Hudson Bay, Canada. We also have another deep closed upper level low, generally to the northeast of Maine, with the trough axis extending across the northwestern Atlantic. And finally, we see a closed upper level low across the North Atlantic. We will see heights rising or heights building from the east toward the west across central and southern Greenland in towards Baffin Bay. On the right-hand side is our precipitation forecast for tomorrow afternoon, 6 November 2025. We see rain moving into western Washington state. We have rain across western Oregon, as well as parts of northern California ahead of that trough. We also see some scattered showers across western Montana, Idaho, into western portions of Wyoming. In fact, some of these higher elevation areas in Idaho, Montana, and northwestern Wyoming may see some snow. A 1001 millibar surface low pressure system will be positioned across Saskatchewan province of Canada with some snow to the north of that. We see dry conditions and some milder air streaming northward, generally from the eastern Kansas area, Nebraska, up towards Iowa, Minnesota. We have some milder south-southwesterly winds in that part of the U.S., but it will be dry overall across the Midwestern U.S. Illinois, Indiana, Ohio looking good tomorrow afternoon. Also dry across the deep south from Mississippi through Georgia, the Carolinas. Hampton Roads looking dry as well. It'll just be a cooler day overall across the mid-Atlantic. And then we will see some stronger northwesterly winds on backside of low pressure. So we have strong northwesterly and northerly winds there from eastern Canada down through New England. So it's going to be a breezy, colder day for those of you living in eastern New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, as well as parts of New York City and Maine for tomorrow. Looking at the forecast 500 millibar height anomalies on the left now for this Friday, the 7th of November, we see a closed upper level low south of Alaska, a trough axis extending to the southwest across the northeastern and north central Pacific, a closed upper level high height center there positioned across the southeastern North Pacific Ocean with a ridge extending northeastwards towards northern California. A trough will be located generally below normal heights from southwestern Canada, Montana, with a closed upper level low across southern Hudson Bay, a trough axis extending to the south across south central Canada through Lake Superior, Wisconsin, into Iowa and Illinois for Friday afternoon, the 7th of November. We see well above normal heights in the oranges and light brown colors up across Greenland, Baffin Bay, up towards the Arctic region there, north of Canada. And then we see a closed upper level low, fairly deep, well below normal heights in the purple coloring here at 500 millibars, with the trough axis extending across the North Atlantic. The right-hand side precipitation forecast for this Friday, the 7th of November, 2025. We still see some scattered showers along coastal sections of Oregon and Washington state, some rain and snow across southwestern Canada, and we see a little bit of snow there across parts of the Alberta province of Canada, some rain and snow showers across Idaho, portions of southwestern Montana into western Wyoming. Dry conditions across Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska for Friday afternoon. We do see some northeasterly winds on the backside of this 991 millibar surface low pressure center. So we have northeasterly winds into parts of northern Wisconsin as well as northern Minnesota for Friday afternoon. That's going to allow for some colder air to move into those areas. We do see some scattered showers, even some embedded thunderstorms across parts of Alabama for Friday afternoon. Scattered showers working their way all the way up in towards Indiana, Ohio, portions of Lake Erie, as well as western New York State, lower Michigan, some showers on Friday afternoon. This is going to be right along and approaching weaker cold front across the area there, the Ohio Valley area. Looking dry for Hampton roads yet again for Friday afternoon. Also dry in the eastern PA, Jersey, New York State, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine also looking dry. Looking at the forecast temperature anomalies on the left for this Thursday, the 6th of November, 2025, showing above normal temperatures across Montana and the western Dakotas, eastern Wyoming, as well as parts of eastern Colorado, as well as much of New Mexico. Look at Texas for Thursday afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, we're looking at temperatures ranging anywhere from 10 to as much as 15 degrees above normal in Texas. We also see above normal readings across eastern Kansas up towards eastern Oklahoma. We see above normal readings in the Midwest for tomorrow afternoon, 3 degrees above normal in Chicago, 7 degrees above normal for Peoria, 8 degrees above normal in the Quad Cities, 7 degrees above normal for Des Moines, Iowa, as well as Iowa City. And then we see the blue coloring here across New England down through the mid-Atlantic for Thursday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, the 6th of November, indicating below normal temperatures. For Hampton roads, we're looking at temperatures 2 to 3 degrees below normal. On the right-hand side, we see forecast temp anomalies for this Friday afternoon, the 7th of November, 2025, showing well above normal temperatures from Texas, expanding to the north and northeast. Oklahoma City, Tulsa is warmer than normal. Topeka, Kansas, you're warmer than normal. Kansas City, as well as Joplin, Missouri, Cape Girardeau, and then the eastern portions of Nebraska and into Iowa, well above normal readings, really from the Iowa, Illinois area southwestward to Texas. We do see slightly above normal readings for Friday afternoon, about 1 degree to 2 degrees above normal. Not a lot across Hampton roads. It'll be fairly close to average with highs on Friday in the upper 60s. We will see below normal temperatures across New England, 5 to 7 degrees below normal temperatures across Maine and into parts of eastern New York State down to Connecticut. We also see a new area of below normal readings across south central Canada. Looking at the forecast 500 millibar height anomalies on the left now for this Saturday, the 8th of November, 2025, we have a closed upper level low, and then we have troughing continuing in the same position across the eastern North Pacific. We do see some upper level ridging poking its way eastward into parts of the central Aleutians and into portions of the Bering Sea for Saturday afternoon. We also see an upper level ridge, which is building at 500 millibars from California northward through Oregon, Washington State, and the southwestern portions of Canada. We do see upper level troughing downstream from the ridging across the central U.S., including you living there in eastern Nebraska, Iowa, southern Minnesota, as well as northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. We have upper level trough in place. A closed upper level low will be positioned just to the west of the southern shores of Hudson Bay. And look at up here, the Ridge Bridge. We have upper level higher height centers there kind of merging together over the Arctic area from Greenland through Baffin Bay up towards the Arctic region north of North America for Saturday afternoon. We see a deep closed upper level low across portions of the North Atlantic with the trough axis extending south in the North Atlantic. And then on the right-hand side, we're showing the precipitation forecast. Look at how things dry out for Saturday afternoon, the 8th of November for the western U.S. beneath the upper level ridge from California, Washington State, Oregon, looking dry across Idaho. We do see a 1,005 millibar surface low pressure center there across northern Missouri for Saturday afternoon with some rain moving into Iowa, parts of western Illinois. We even have some snow over southern Minnesota to the north of that surface low pressure area, as well as some snow showers across parts of southern South Dakota, northern South Dakota, some rain showers, some cooler rain showers across central South Dakota into parts of Nebraska. We will see some scattered showers across central Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, and also some scattered showers there from Jacksonville over towards Tallahassee for Saturday afternoon. Looking dry across the Hampton Roads area of Virginia for Saturday afternoon, right on down to the Carolinas. There may be some scattered showers earlier in the day across portions of Virginia and North Carolina. Also looking dry across New England for Saturday afternoon. You will notice these blue dashed lines here representing lower thickness values. The values are decreasing here across parts of eastern and southeastern Canada, indicating we have a much colder air mass up to the north of the United States border. Looking at the forecast, 500 millibar height anomalies on the left for this Sunday, the 9th of November. We see upper level trough axis extending from the northeastern Pacific right on down through basically the eastern North Pacific as a whole. A closed upper level high will be positioned over Southern California and Northern Baja, with this ridge axis continuing to build northward. Rising heights of 500 millibars indicates a strengthening upper level ridge from southern Oregon and southern Idaho northward into western portions of Canada. We do see a closed upper level low, and this low is very cold in nature. We see a trough axis now in these lighter greens and even some of these purple colors showing up in the white colors across Wisconsin, lower Michigan, northern Illinois. So we have a deep trough digging in to this midwestern U.S. for Sunday afternoon. Ahead of that trough axis, we have southwesterly winds and the mid-levels of the atmosphere. So it's going to be another mild day for Hampton roads down through coastal sections of North Carolina for Sunday, prior to the cold front pushing through. Over here on the right-hand side, precipitation forecast, finally drying out for Washington State, Oregon, and California. You're finally going to have a couple days of dry weather for the upcoming weekend beneath this building upper level ridge. Montana dry, Idaho dry, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah looking dry beneath the upper level ridge. Meanwhile, we have a very strong 1042 millibar surface high pressure system across western North Dakota by Sunday afternoon, the 9th of November. The clockwise flow around that high pressure in the northern hemisphere, that's going to result in strong northerly winds, very strong cold air advection. We have a lot of cold air plunging southward from south central Canada through Minnesota. Look at Minnesota, some scattered snow showers for Sunday afternoon. Very cold across Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois is getting colder. By this point in time, the 540 decameter thickness line has now moved all the way down south to the Oklahoma, central Arkansas, Memphis area by Sunday afternoon. If you're going to any tailgating football games, NFL games up in the upper Midwest, you may want to dress extra warm because this wind is going to produce some pretty cold wind chill values. We also see colder air advecting to portions of eastern Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama for Sunday afternoon. The cold front will be positioned. Basically, we have a 997 millibar surface pressure system, a low pressure system there, 997 millibar low, right around Lake Erie, with a cold front extending to the southwest from western PA through West Virginia, down through eastern Kentucky, central Tennessee by Sunday afternoon. Ahead of that frontal boundary, we still have some warmer southwesterly winds in the Hampton roads and some scattered rain showers. Again, these will not be an all-day rain event if you live in the Hampton roads area for Sunday afternoon. We have some heavier rain showers closer to that low pressure center. Now, it will be much wetter up to the north across New Jersey, eastern PA, up through New York State for Sunday afternoon. Looking at the forecast temp anomalies on the left for this Saturday, the 8th of November, 2025, we see above normal temperatures from southern Oregon and California, Nevada, down to Arizona and New Mexico. We also see above normal temperatures streaming to the northeast out ahead of the approaching strong cold front. Temperatures in Texas for Saturday afternoon will be anywhere from 12 to 17 degrees above normal. We also see above normal readings in the southeastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, up towards much of Missouri, running 12 to 15 degrees above normal. We do see some colder air now starting to move into North Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa, as well as Wisconsin. Look at this, 9 to 12 degrees below normal in North Dakota for Saturday afternoon, 9 to 11 degrees below normal in Iowa. And we see warmer air surging to the northeast there across the mid-Atlantic for Saturday afternoon. We have temperature readings anywhere from 7 to 9 degrees, up to 10 degrees above normal in parts of North Carolina. Over on the right-hand side, forecast temp anomalies for Sunday, the 9th of November, 2025. Above normal temperatures beneath the upper level ridging across Oregon, Idaho, western Montana, portions of Nevada, California running well above normal, Utah, as well as parts of Arizona. We do see below normal temperatures in the green color now really coming out, really coming to life here across the northern plains, the Midwest, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois. You are going to be running Sunday afternoon anywhere from 10 to as much as 17 degrees below normal in that zone. Again, if you have tailgating plans outside stadiums like the Soldier Field in Chicago, you're going to be feeling that wind pickup during the game, and it's going to be a much colder wind, so dress warmly. We will see warmer temperatures moving from southern Georgia through the Carolinas, eastern Virginia, Delmarva, Maryland, up through Pennsylvania. We have temperatures running in the Hampton Roads area Sunday afternoon, 9 November, up to 10 to 13 degrees above normal, ahead of that cold front boundary. Here is the forecast 500 millibar height anomalies on the left now for next Monday, the 10th of November, 2025. Wow, there are some significant features showing up here in the upper levels of the atmosphere. First of all, I'll point out we have a closed upper level low across western Alaska. We see a closed upper level low across the eastern portions of the North Pacific. We have a strong upper level ridge from Arizona into Utah, parts of Idaho, Wyoming, up towards Montana and south central portions at southern province of Saskatchewan in Canada. We also see well above normal heights across Greenland, Baffin Bay, the northern Baffin Bay into the Arctic area for next Monday, the 10th of November. Beneath this anomalously above normal heights, you're going to have a deep closed upper level low that's going to be positioned across Toronto, Canada. And there's going to be a major trough axis extending to the south from that upper low. And you see how below normal these height anomalies are, the purples and the deep blues here across the mid-Atlantic, all the way down to the southeastern U.S. for next Monday afternoon. This is going to be associated with the coldest air mass of the season. We will see a closed upper level low, generally to the southeast of Greenland across the North Atlantic. Here's the preset forecast on the right for Monday, the 10th of November, 2025. Looking fairly dry across the western United States, again beneath the upper level ridging. We have a strong 1039 millibar surface high pressure center over northern Oklahoma, clockwise flow around that high. And have strong northerly winds from Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, through Kentucky, down through Tennessee, all the way down to the Gulf Coast. This is going to be quite the chill next Monday afternoon based on this pattern setup. And look at this, you even got snow falling in eastern Kentucky, southern Ohio, parts of eastern Tennessee, western Carolinas, sparse southwestern Virginia could see the first snowflakes of the season. And we're not just talking higher elevations here. We have strong northerly winds. Look how tightly packed your black solid lines are, your isobars. So you're going to have lots of strong northerly winds affecting this very cold air mass southward. And in the process, you're going to have some scattered snow showers. We're also seeing 1,002 millibar surface low with all the rain generally offshore of the eastern seaboard by Monday afternoon, but the cold front will now have been passed. It's just moving offshore of the Carolinas by this point. By Monday afternoon, much colder air coming in. Looking at the forecast for next Tuesday, the 11th of November, 2025, this is Veterans Day. And look at what we got going on. A closed upper level low across the eastern portions of the North Pacific. We have troughing. It's weaker, though, in nature across the Gulf of Alaska. We do see a stronger upper level ridging building heights into portions of the Bering Sea, however, for next Tuesday afternoon, the 11th of November. We do see ridging signatures showing up across southern Wyoming, southern Idaho, into parts of Utah and Colorado. So beneath this upper level ridging, conditions will be dry across the Four Corners area in the southwestern U.S. We do see a general west-northwest wind flow from south central Canada down into the mid-Atlantic and New England for next Tuesday afternoon. A deep closed upper level low and anomalously low heights in the purples across New England. We see very strong ridging continuing across Greenland, working its way, the ridge axis extending from the Azores subtropical high. We see ridging, though, across the northwestern North Atlantic, working its way up into Greenland and Baffin Bay by next Tuesday. That's in association with a negative North Atlantic oscillation. And we see a closed upper level low generally across the North Atlantic. Preset forecast on the right for next Tuesday, Veterans Day, the 11th of November. Dry conditions across the western U.S. as a whole. We are seeing the 1032 millibar high is now all the way down over New Orleans, Louisiana. A 1032 millibar high over southeastern Louisiana, a deep trough in place across the mid-Atlantic and New England, and we just have a lot of cold northwesterly winds blowing into the area. A lot of the precip is out over the warmer Gulf Stream area, over the relatively warmer waters of the western Atlantic. And we see some scattered snow showers, even downwind of some of these Great Lakes areas, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, western New York State, some snow for next Tuesday. Looking at the forecast temp anomalies on the left, this is the big one, folks. Next Monday, the 10th of November, well above normal temperatures across the western U.S. Look how below normal the temperature anomalies are from the southern plains to the east coast. Look at this, all the way down to the Gulf Coast. We're talking Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia running 24 degrees below normal for next Monday afternoon. Eastern Tennessee running as much as 25 to 26 degrees below normal. We see the colder air expanding all the way to the eastern seaboard. We also see a brief pocket of warmer air across Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. That is the last bit of mild air you're going to get, because over here on the right, the forecast temp anomalies for Veterans Day next Tuesday, 11th of November, it's going to be a cold, cold Veterans Day from Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, southward into Virginia, the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Look at Florida. Next Tuesday afternoon in Florida, you are running 20 to 23 degrees below normal for your high temperature. Impressive stuff. You see above normal temperatures. Montana stands out, 20 to 28 degrees above normal in Montana for next Tuesday, the 11th of November, well above normal as well across the western Dakotas. Nebraska running well above normal, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, California, all well above normal, while folks east of the Mississippi River are much, much colder. Here is my detail now. We'll turn our attention to Hampton Roads, Virginia cities, my 7-day outlook for tomorrow, Thursday, the 6th of November. We're looking for a breezy morning, but generally lots of sunshine. Our temperatures are going to be a cool high of 60 degrees, which is slightly below the normal high temperature of about 65 degrees. The low temperatures drop to 43 by Friday morning, but then we notice the temperatures really start coming up. We have increasing PM clouds Friday, 67 degrees for a high on Friday for Hampton Roads cities, dropping only to 57. Milder night on Friday night and Saturday morning. And then we see some scattered showers both Saturday and Sunday. Again, this is not an all-day washout. High temperatures generally in the lower 70s. Sunday might actually be warmer than the 72, especially if the southwesterly winds really get cranking here ahead of that approaching strong cold front. So we'll keep an eye on the temperatures for Sunday. This might very well, I might have to bump that up to about 75 degrees for Sunday. But you notice, look at the drop off. 72 Sunday dropping to 42 degrees by Monday morning. I think there was a 30-degree drop in temperature between Sunday during the day and overnight Sunday night. That tells me there's that very strong cold front has passed through the area. And look at Monday, breezy and colder, high of only 51 degrees. Low 32 degrees down to the freezing point by next Tuesday morning. And then on Veterans Day itself, next Tuesday, breezy, scattered clouds, high of only 50 degrees. So look at Monday and Tuesday next week. This is well below where we should be this time of year, early November. This is more synonymous with January level type temperatures. And look at this, low temperature 36 Wednesday, and then finally we start to see some moderation in the temperatures on Wednesday with a high of 58. I do believe next Thursday we may see a bump up into the lower 60s again ahead of the next approaching cold front before temperatures drop back down next Friday. For more information, this is where you can find me on the Google search bar. Just type in Spot on Weather Weebly. I have a lot of interesting weather stuff on the website. Here is the actual web address if you want to type it in like that and pause this video and just type that in. I do post daily forecast updates for Hampton Roads on X. My handle is JulerMatthew4, and this is where you can find me on Facebook. All right, that wraps it up, everybody. Hopefully you're having a great Wednesday here midweek, first full week of November. Just another beautiful day across Hampton Roads. That's all I got for now, everybody. And until next time, take care and God bless everyone.